So this morning, Beyonce sent out a mass group text to all of us, informing us that she has holiday merch and she wants us to see it. And, she, Beyonce and Blue Ivy got shirts and hoodies and all kind of stuff. And her internet is up in arms. Like, she did not read the room. She's not paying attention. People don't have their Snap. It's a government shutdown.
Beyonce, we don't have no money. We don't have no money. I'm here on behalf of the whole Beehive. We don't have no money. No money. So don't do that again.
Okay, so it seems like every year people are complaining at the prices of anything Beyonce related. Anything she comes out with is a problem for people. And I just feel like there's just like one given rule that if something is just way out of your tax bracket, if something is too pricey for you, then just don't buy it. I get it, I get it, sometimes complaining does help fix the situation, but I feel like at least when it's come to Beyonce, not only Beyonce anyway, it's just musicians in general, it's like huge successful musicians who know they have a mega fan base or loyal fan base, they do take advantage of their fans in a way where they can just bunk up the price. We know how it goes, right? But I do also feel like when it comes to Beyonce, seeing as we're talking about her today, that this is not the first time she's come out with overpriced merch. It's not the first time people are complaining. So I just feel like, you know what, doesn't seem like it's going to stop anytime soon. Save your money, keep it. I thought, you know what, let me go ahead and have a look at the prices of the merchandise for myself, okay? So I went on the website this morning and I was looking at some of the items that she was selling. You've got a teacup, you've got jumpers, you've got a robe. She's come out with like a new Christmas collection. I don't think she's like made it into this big major deal where she's constantly promoting it over on Instagram as she would, maybe like Sacred. Also, speaking of Sacred, I've been using Sacred and I know so many people rave about like the edge drops, like the one that's in the silver packaging. I've bought it, I think, probably twice. And honestly, I feel like it's actually really good. If I was to use it even more consistently, I know it's meant to like save your edges or whatever. I've seen so many like testimonies of like people sharing a before and after picture of what the product did for them. And I'm like, it just looks good. But I've also purchased a few of the other items as well, just to see for myself, because I wanted to know, like, does Beyonce use this? Because we know how Beyonce's hair is. We know it gives. I'm like, we don't have the same hair texture, but I'm very intrigued to know, because the packaging, I'm not gonna lie, the packaging got me. The packaging sold me, especially with like the blue collection. I have it like somewhere over there, but anyways, yeah, I feel like she mainly promotes Sacred, if anything. But to be honest, honestly, Beyonce is not really on the internet like that. I honestly believe that she probably has a spam account. I feel like most people have spam accounts. So like when people do the whole joke of like, what are you doing on like Beyonce's internet? Or how can they say this on Beyonce's internet? It's like, Beyonce is on the internet. Conspiracy theory, Beyonce's on the internet but just doesn't talk to us. Is keeping up but just doesn't talk to us. Because I mean, you must miss, you want to know the scoop. Even Beyonce wants to know the scoop, right? I don't know. Anyways, look, I was having a look on the website and she's got a bunch of different items. She's still got Cowboy Carter merchandise. She's got vinyls there. She's got all sorts of things. She's even got a graphic tee with her daughter Rumi on it. It's called the Rumi Youth Tee, which retails for £43. I'm gonna be honest with you, yeah, it doesn't matter what celebrity it is. I don't want no celebrity's child in a t-shirt and me wearing it. I just think that's crazy. I have two questions here. Number one, why? That was a bit of a, like, why? And number two, I wonder why it was Rumi and specific to any of the other children, like no Ivy Carter, or maybe there is an Ivy one, I just haven't scrolled enough. I don't know. You know what, I have to give it to her. I think the merchandise looks cool. Like, I'm scrolling on the shop page on the website and I think it actually does look cool. I've seen some like gimmicky, weird merchandise that celebs can sometimes come out with, so I'm all here for that personally. She's got a cowboy hat. a straw cowboy hat. Oh, you really thought she was gonna give you the raw one? Now, personally, for me, I'm not offended by these prices. I'm not. I think a lot of people are mainly outraged with the hoodies. I've noticed that hoodies, look, hoodies probably cost the most to make. I mean, with an item being over £100, I'm gonna only assume it's the best of the best quality, because even this hoodie right now that I'm wearing, I think it's from Weekday, and it was like, what, £39 or something, which is still, I don't know, because I feel like it's a black hoodie. I feel like everyone should have it. It's an essential, it's a statement. It's so necessary. every time winter comes, especially if you invest in a good quality hoodie. But some people may actually look at me and be like, Keisha, I have something even more pricier than you that is even better quality. So some people really do believe in investing in things, but I also just feel like I wouldn't buy this, and that's not because I'm not a Beyonce. I'm not a stan, but I can appreciate Beyonce. But even the stans are complaining and saying stuff like, girl, we don't have any more money to give you, basically. But my thing is, it's not by force, buy everything. And also, like, I get it, some things are just like good for memorabilia, it's all good for memories. You can like one day say, I purchased this merchandise in this era of Beyonce, and you could tell your kids this, whatever, right? Like, it's exciting, it's cool. But in the grand scheme of things, some people actually do cop everything. I saw someone on Reddit say that they managed to cop the Christmas robe. They also, I think they copped, what is it, a teacup and one more item. And I just thought, okay. But then they went on to complain about the shipping prices. That's not on Beyonce. I will say that. That's not on Beyonce. Now, does Beyonce agree with the prices that's gone out? Yes. She's the one, like, they tell her, okay, we're going to try and retail this for this amount of price. And she gives it the yes, basically. So that is on Beyonce and her team and distributors, all of that, yeah? But in terms of shipping, that's not on Beyonce. It's not. Some people's shipping came to $58. The way I would literally just like rethink my whole life, and the way I would literally just put the items back, like, it's okay. It's not even that deep. Still love Beyonce though, you know? So I think as consumers, you have to realize that you don't have to rush to buy everything. But I thought that was something that was kind of like common sense. So it's like when people do get outraged, I'm just kind of like, guys, we had this conversation a year ago, maybe even less than a year ago, where she released the prices of tour tickets and everybody was mad at it. But then the show was on, there weren't that many empty seats. So are people just complaining to then go and purchase things later? It seems like it. I don't know. But yeah, for me personally, I wasn't that offended by the pricing of a lot of these items. I do have to say, devil's advocate real quickly, just real quick, based on someone who's on the internet a lot, and based on someone who uses majority of apps and sees a lot of sponsorships and stuff, I think a lot of people are just so used to the Shein prices. They're used to more of the, because the thing is, Shein, yes, it's affordable, but that's just like, affordable to me, if we're talking about clothing, is... Okay, so what I'm trying to say is that Shein, we know, is affordable. You can get a flipping cup. You can get a mug for like £3, yeah? The shipping fees can sometimes be ridiculous, yes, but the item is £3, okay? But that to me is like even below affordable. Like, that's just ridiculously cheap. It's concerning cheap, isn't it? So I think people are just so used to that kind of pricing. Shein pricing, Temu, I don't know. I do think, however, those celebrities do take the piss, and I think they just try to like milk everything. I love how I'm changing colours on this microphone, by the way. But yeah, I do think celebrities take the absolute piss, but I also do feel like this is a conversation we've been having for years now, and not necessarily only in regards to Beyonce, in regards to most superstars, right? A lot of people know they have a loyal fan base who's never let them down, has sold out every product prior to this, so what's new this time, you know? And also, if you can't afford something, you shouldn't buy it. Same way, like, I think I made a video I did make a video a couple years ago on this channel. I think it was like one of my first videos to do something on this channel, and it was me talking about Denzel Dion and me not understanding, you know, the theme for his clothing line. And I still stand by that. I still think it was kind of like a weird theme, and his argument in response to that, in response to a lot of the controversy at the time, was and also we spoke about the price point and how ridiculous it was. Now I get it, he is an independent brand, so, you know, he doesn't have a team just yet. He's trying to make ends meet in terms of for this fashion brand, and I know that he's gone on to do some amazing things, so big up Denzel Dion, yeah? But one of the things that he was saying at the time was, if you guys can't afford it, don't buy it. And it's like, well, duh. But people are still allowed to look at an item and be like, okay, well, what is this? But why would you bunk up your price to over $100? Like, some things you still are allowed to have opinions on. And that's why I think a lot of the Beyonce stans, the Beehive, are just kind of like, girl, we love you, but here you go again doing a madness. I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm not in need of any new clothes or anything right now, I'm gonna be real. But looking at this website, there's a few items that I would personally have copped. Like, for instance, do I need a mug? I don't need a mug. I've got plenty of mugs, way cheaper than this. This mug is called the Sooo BEYONCè mug. You You know what it is about billionaires, yeah? Even multi-millionaires. How do I say this with all due respect? Love Beyonce, yeah? And this applies to anyone. Forget about Beyonce for a second. Beyonce doesn't need any more money. Neither does Jay-Z. That household doesn't need any more money. So the fact that they're coming out... Now, I will admit, this has been out for a couple of days and none of the items have sold out. So a lot of people are kind of like, Beyonce, oh, you're not getting the message now. These items probably are not going to sell out. However, I will say Black Friday is approaching. People probably are waiting to see if they can get a cheeky deal for Black Friday. I don't know whether Beyonce's going to do that. I really don't know what's going to happen. We know Christmas is around the corner. Also, I need to rant real quickly. So it was Halloween yesterday. Not actually. It was Halloween a couple weeks ago. And then Black Friday. And then Christmas. I just feel like we don't get time to breathe. It's just back to back to back holidays. But that's why some people enjoy this season, because it feels like there's so much things worth celebrating, I guess. I don't know. I'm more of like a Christmas person. I'm not really into Halloween. Thanksgiving, we don't do Thanksgiving here in the UK. It's not like this major big deal. It's just a regular schmegular day for us. But I know Americans take that ish seriously. It's a whole holiday. But is it just me? It feels like, I don't know, maybe since COVID. Maybe because the price has gone up for everything. So it's like people have to get the turkey for Thanksgiving and for Christmas. Yeesh. And then Halloween, getting out pumpkins. All of these things are costly, you know? So I get, you know, I've heard the conversations and I get it that Beyonce isn't being considerate, but also it's kind of like no shit or anything, but when has she been considerate when it comes to merchandise or when it comes to even ticket prices? And the same thing applies with other pop stars. So let's just get that out the way. The same thing applies with any other pop star that you are streaming. Nothing is affordable anymore. You know, I was watching this performance of Ariana Grande during the Sweetener tour. And then someone commented the price, and they were front row, mind you, and they paid $80 for front row. That could never happen now. You can only dream of that. Like, that can't happen right now. To see Ariana Grande up close, $80. Girl. Anyways, some of these things on the website are a little bit unnecessary, like the mug, Beyonce. Sure. She's got a bang thong set. Beyonce, this is the part where you've lost me for a second. Maybe you can reel me back in just another second, but right now you've lost me, because what do you mean? What? I don't think anybody ever... I don't think anyone's even... moving on. Yeah, I mean, this hoodie has a lot of people in the uproar. This hoodie retails for £97. I do think in, you know, US dollars, it would retail for a couple more dollars. Yeah, I think hoodies do cost a lot to make, I will say. She's got a gold reindeer tee for $54. I do think some of these items are unnecessary. However, I do think some of them look cool. Like, if I had them in my closet, I wouldn't complain about it. Like, if someone... Okay, how about this? If someone bought it for me, I wouldn't complain and be like, oh, what's that? I think some of these pieces do look good, but I do think some of them are just unnecessary. The bathrobe is £77. And it's called the Bean Cozy robe. And it has stars on it, and it says Bean Cozy. Could she come up with better graphics? Sure. I'm just trying to understand the daughter, Rumi, being on the t-shirt. I just need someone to make that make sense. I hate that mesh top, I will say. Beyonce made me country. Get it? Because C-U-N-T. Does Beyonce know this came out? Let's wrap up this video real quickly. Also, it's raining. It's so heavy. So if I'm quiet enough, you guys can probably hear the sound of rain, which I find so therapeutic, because I just feel like I can sleep extra good when it's raining. Oh my goodness. Netflix, the tab is going to be open real quickly, yeah? You think I'm not going to go watch a movie? Of course I am. Oh my god, I'm going to open the window so you guys can actually hear me perfectly. 1 second. Can you guys hear that ASMR? Imagine you guys can't hear it. I'm just doing this for nothing. I don't know how much of that you guys heard. Honestly, the lighting is just absolutely ridiculous. So being here in London is not all that it seems. The weather is absolutely shite. Absolutely shite. Like, the whole week is gonna rain. What did I do to deserve this? Anyways, let me know your thoughts and opinions down below in the comment section, please. Are you guys going to be copying any of the merchandise? What do you think of these prices? Do you think they're ridiculously overpriced? Do you think people are just complaining for the sake of complaining? What do you guys think? Because what I think is, Beyonce might not even know this came out. I'm joking. Legally, that's not allowed to happen. But, like, she ain't promoted it like that. It's been out for, like, as I'm making this video, 5-6 days, and none of these items are sold out. looks like they're gonna be here for a little minute, not gonna lie. So if you're thinking, damn, I can't afford this, but I really want it, then maybe, you know, she might give you a cheeky deal for Black Friday. I just feel like millionaires, multimillionaires, billionaires just need to take a chill pill. Like, just relax a little bit. Yeah, it's not by force. But also, guys, if you don't want to buy something because you can't afford it, or you think something looks goddamn awful, just leave it alone. It's really as simple as that. But I do welcome conversations like this, because maybe one day these people are going to get it right, that, you know, you can't keep doing it. I mean, you can though, innit? And then she does continue to do it, so it's like, you can keep doing it. But I can understand how infuriating it must be, because maybe you do like the look of something, but you just simply can't afford it. You know, you can budget, you can do all of these things, but it's, at the end of the day, it's a flipping tea, innit? So it's like, does that really matter in the grand scheme of things? Anyways, I will catch you guys real soon for a brand new video. Bye.